Welcome in all my friends, Lazy Retired Granny here. It is Saturday, April 13th, 2024. The time is 5:25 a.m. here in still dark, but low 50s, Salem, Oregon. I am continuing my journey on Diamond Art Club's Anticipation of the Day Ahead by Chuck Pinson. And I am in this corner up here working up square drills, 36.6 inches by 27.6 inches, 93 by 70 centimeters. There are 59 colors, including 4 ABs, which stands for Aurora Borealis, which are drills that have a special effect coated on them. And they're great for creating extra shimmering effects on the diamond painting. I do have my breakfast blend caffeinated coffee next to me. And today I have I don't know if you can see it, my M&M mug. And it has hazelnut creamer in it. And underneath the candle lamp, once again, Happy Home, because this is a scent that just keeps giving. Okay, so let's get to the emails. First of all, and let me get up here. Let's see, we have got Rachel, and she sent her progress. Wish I could make this a little bigger. Maybe I better not. I'll hold it up here. This is what she is putting the drills down on. That is really pretty. Look at that waterfall. This waterfall over here. Isn't that pretty? Let's see what it says here. So it's Diamond Art Club. Do what makes you sparkle. I don't know if we can get the size in here or not. Nope, I don't know who the artist is. But yeah, look at that. That is turning out so good. Look at that detail. Wow, nice. Hey, thanks for sharing that. That in the picture, I don't know if you can tell. I mean, it looks pretty big. Okay. So, yeah, thanks for sending that. And I think we have another one here. Just one moment, please. Oh, that's from yesterday. Sorry, I have not had time to respond to this. I think that's it for today. So I need to note to self, respond. Okay. Alrighty. So I am on color 23, which, let me get organized here. So we're doing the stars, 640. Okay, very dark beige gray. All right, I'll get my dollar store readers on. Turn on the light. Okay, take a sip of coffee. So I'm doing this a little bit early because V's Live is at 7 and I don't want to miss it. So I want to have my Whip and Chat up and ready to go. And you guys can watch it. And hopefully you're in V's Live this morning. It's 7 o'clock my time, 9 o'clock her time, which is Central Time. She is 2 hours ahead of me. So yeah, yesterday was a very eventful day in more ways than one. So Ellie had her comprehensive exam and her shots appointment at 9:30 yesterday morning. And so I thought, well, I'm going to be out and about across town. So I stopped first at the bottle drop to return some bottles for my son. And he has one of those accounts. And so it takes about 1 minute and you put the bags in the locked bin and you're on your way. So he had 6 bags. So took those back, and then I had to go to Walmart to fill up 1 jug of water and see if they had some of the canned dog food for Ellie and get some over-the-counter medicine. So I was supposed to take a poop sample in for the vet of Ellie, not of me, but for Ellie, because they were doing, that test. And so I was probably around 2 miles down the road, and I thought, I collected the sample and left it on the front porch. I forgot to grab it as I was going out the door. So I had to turn around and go back home, get the sample. And I had timed my trip so I could, do a couple stops and then be at the vet's office. And I like to get to the vet's office about 10 minutes ahead of time because Ellie is very anxious when she has to be out somewhere. She only likes being in her yard or, her property. And so I was going to go ahead and have them cut her nails as long as she had to go to the vet, rather than take her to the groomer and put her through all that trauma. Because when she has to be out someplace where, out in the big world, she just starts shaking. Her tail goes between her legs and she starts hyperventilating. Yeah, she just doesn't enjoy it at all. So I like to get her to the vet's office so she can try to settle down before going in. So anyway, because I had to go back home and get the sample that I had forgotten, that put us about a little bit behind schedule. So I went into Walmart. We got to Walmart at about 10 minutes to 9. And I went in, I got the water. While the water was pouring out into the jug, the pet department's just right there too. I went over got her dog food, came back. The water was still a-pouring, and did that. I went over, got my medicine, and then there was hardly anybody in the store. So I checked in and out, and I was back in my car at 5 after 9. So, yeah, that was pretty fast. And the vet's office is just right there by Walmart. So we got over to the vet's office, and I never know how long it's going to take me to get Ellie out of the car, but yesterday she just got right out, but she was shaken. I guess she decided she didn't want to fight with me because that was a losing battle. But yeah, she got right out of the car. Well, the vet's office is, right there at PetSmart. Well, now they've locked their door, so they wouldn't let us in that door. And so we had to go in the entrance to PetSmart. Well, that is a train wreck. She's shaking and carrying on, and she's just really getting super anxious because we have to walk down the sidewalk and then go into PetSmart. And I kid you not, she had me running on her leash. She just darted. I thought I was going to fall. And I thought about letting go of the leash, because that would not have been a pretty sight if I had fallen. And she is very strong. But, she was so anxious that, she knows where the vet's office is at. And, she was headed in the right direction. But, yeah, it was awful. So she was now really hyperventilating. So the lady, receptionist, said, well, the 9 o'clock appointment canceled. So she was going to see if the vet could see Ellie a little bit early. So my appointment was supposed to be an appointment where we were to go into the exam room and I would be able to talk with the vet. I thought, well, I also, told them, I want to have her nails done as long as she's here. So they took her back, and I thought they were going to cut her nails back there and, give her shots. And then, we would go into one of the little rooms and talk to the vet. Well, they were back there quite a long time, and the nurse came out and said, we can't give Ellie her shots today because she's running a temperature. And a dog's temperature runs, I think, like between 100 and 102.5 or something. Well, her temperature was 103.9. And they considered that pretty high. And so they asked me some questions about her, and I said, well, she'll be 10 years old next month. She's slowing down a little bit. Oh, and she gained 5 pounds. And her eating habits, she's eating fine eventually, but she's just changed a little bit, and when she eats and how she eats, all that. And I said, This morning she didn't eat her breakfast before we left. You know, she's saving it for later. And, you know, she was kind of tired this morning. She didn't really she went out to go potty. She went to the door when the garbage man showed up, and then went back to bed. I said, but she was, you know, was ready to go. When I put on my coat, man, she was there, you know, she wanted to go. And she said, well, we want to do some blood work and see if there's anything going on. And of course, on her pet plan, anything extra that they do, yeah, it comes out of my pocket. But anyway, so that was going to be extra. And they wanted to do a complete series of blood work, which they did in November when she was in there, and everything was fine. And I said, well, they just did that in November. And they go, yeah, but things can change in 6 months. And so that blood work was covered under her pet plan, but it's only covered once a year. So anyway, I said, well, okay, if something's going on, you know, I mean, I was shocked. I just was not expecting this kind of news. And they said something's got to be going on that's making her temperature be high. And I said, well, she's very high anxiety levels when she has to be out and about. And I don't know, they just weren't listening to me. But so I said, all right, well, go ahead and do, you know, the blood work and stuff. And I mean, you know, obviously I need to find out what's going on if she's running a temperature that high. And so they did the blood work and everything came back normal, except her liver function was mildly elevated. And the recommendation is that she have another, I missed some 8s right there. She has another bile test or something that that they want to do. But that test, she has to fast, go in, and they take blood or whatever, and then they feed her, and then they do another testing. Well, it's a 6-hour procedure. And I can tell them right now, they're going to have a difficult time feeding her because she will not eat there. She will only eat out of her bowls at home. So this should prove really interesting. But we haven't set that appointment yet. Hopefully, they want to see her back Monday at 3:30, and they'll take her temperature again to see if it's gone down or not. And the vet said, we're going to change colors here, 46, which is 3371. Black brown. And if her temperature's gone back down on Monday, then they can go ahead and give her shots. And that they had her, while they're doing all this testing and all this, luckily my bestie, I called her, and she was so kind because she stayed on the phone with me while I, was there waiting and pacing, because now I'm really concerned. I mean, I can just, in my mind, I'm thinking they're going to come out and just give me horrible news, and I'm going to have her put down or something. You always think the worst, don't you? And yeah, I just don't know, But anyway, my bestie kept me talking and chattering away and, helping me to calm down a little bit. If it hadn't been for her, I probably would have lost it there. But I was keeping my cool. And then when the doctor came out, which was in the waiting room with patients, she didn't take me into a little room or anything, to tell me everything. But anyway, she stayed on the phone, and so she got to listen to everything that the vet was saying, which was nice, because when you're getting all this news thrown at you and your mind is already going a mile a minute, you kind of lose focus sometimes. But luckily she was on the phone with me and heard what, I missed a whole bunch of those, what the vet was saying. Is that all I have in those? My mind is still racing a mile a minute. So, anyway, I don't know what is going on. I'm supposed to watch her, and if anything happens, she doesn't eat, she vomits, she has diarrhea, all this stuff, I'm to call them immediately and bring her in. So, anyway, I think I'm going to do the arrows going that way. I think I have quite a few of those. And that is 7. And that is 317 pewter gray. So I'm so glad that I went to the bottle drop and Wearmark before the vet appointment, because Ellie was done, with the vet's office, and she was super anxious and all that. So yeah, we go back Monday at 3:30, and I wish she would have seen the other vet that she had last time. I really liked her. The vet that she saw yesterday, I don't know. maybe I'm just too, I don't know. It was more businesslike and no compassion for the pet owner type of thing. I mean, that's my feeling. And the nurse was the same way. I did not like that nurse at all. Just business, business, business. And you're making me, I mean, you know, they throw all this stuff at you, and I need a few minutes to process what's going on. You know, you don't come out and say, well, blah, blah, this is how much it's going to cost, and do you want it or not? Well, I don't know. Just, so if they ask me for a review, they're going to get it. I just wish they showed a little bit more compassion, more, and take you into, they got, you know, 3 rooms there that were empty. And when you're delivering test results and whatnot, and I mean, wonder if it would have came back that Ellie had something serious wrong with her. Are you going to talk to me in a room full of people? They're going to see me, you know, break down, and I don't know. Just my opinion. So, kudos to my friend for keeping me on the phone and focused. And afterwards, my heart was really racing, and I was shaking inside. You know, I just needed to get home with her. So anyway, so our 30-minute appointment ended up being about 2 hours. And of course, that probably put them behind schedule, and I'm sure they were rushed to, you know, get to the other patients coming in, because the room was getting busy. And, yeah, so anyway. So then we got home, and I sat on the couch with Ellie, and then I think we were both just so glad to be back home. I know she was glad to be back home in our own little bubble. And so anyway, we took a little snooze for about an hour, and oh, before I did that, I'm watching Negan, and I thought we were only going to be gone and back home, you know, in no time, and I could go check on him and all that. So I did run up, checked on him, gave him fresh food and water, and spent a few minutes with him. And but then I was pretty anxious to get back downstairs with Ellie. So yeah, so I came back down, and we took a little snooze, and woke up about 2, and Ellie had eaten her breakfast, her wet and her dry food. I took her out. She was pooping. She was peeing. She was barking at the FedEx guy that showed up and running around, and which is another thing. This new vet, she said, well, she's gained 5 pounds. And I said, well, we're just now starting our walks again. I said she had that issues with her back legs where she's not supposed to be doing a lot of running and jumping and all that. And I said, the other vet said, you know, she needed to be on her medicine for that every day. And the vet, I don't know, I just got the impression that she didn't read Ellie's prior records from last year when, she had that issue. Because I was telling her, and she just kind of had this, where'd that go pop into? I just lost it. Anyway, and I said, you know, she takes this every day, and she's not supposed to be, you know, super running around all the time because she does have that arthritis in her back legs, and she could re-injure herself because there's, I don't know, but anyway, she goes, no, that's only for 2 weeks after she starts the medicine. And then I said, well, no. And so she can do whatever she wants. She just can't jump off of furniture, and she can't jump into the car, and, you know, but she can run all she wants. Now, wait a minute. Ellie is a strong dog, and those hind legs of hers, she uses, you know, for running. I don't know. It just didn't make any sense to me. And it's just like, whatever. I'm going to keep doing what the other vet told me to and forget what you have to say. I said, well, we just started our walks again. And she says, yeah, she says, having her walk is good. And I said, she does run in our little yard and, you know, whatnot. And I said, but, you know, I don't let her, you know, just run free and go to the dog park and all that stuff. I mean, that's just, I said, well, she needs to exercise those legs and blah, blah, blah. Well, I have arthritis, and believe me, walking is better than me out there, you know, doing other things. So anyway, so and I guess if you give your dog people food like fatty stuff or greasy stuff and all that, that can affect the liver. Now, Ellie does not get a steady diet of people food. And they said that, I said, well, can she eat eggs? And because I do, if I have an egg, I give Ellie a nibble. I mean, she doesn't get, you know, a steady diet of it. I mean, it's very rare that I have eggs, but I was trying to think, you know, well, I heard that eggs were good for a dog, and she goes, no, has too much fatty stuff in it, and that can affect the liver. And she said the best thing is no, you know, nothing like that. So, all right, Ellie, you don't get little bites of my grilled cheese sandwich anymore. Yeah, she can't have cheese. Apparently, you know, like vegetables are good, but anyway. Anyway, they won't do her teeth cleaning until she has this bile test. So I don't know what's going to happen then. I'm just... I don't know. But anyway, enough of that. Although I'll probably go back to it because I'll think of something else. But anyway, that's what's going on with Ellie Belly. So anyway, yesterday afternoon, the FedEx guy showed up and he stopped right outside there because I was outside with Ellie. You know, I was letting her bask in the sun. And she loves to lay out in the sun. And when she's out there, I have to be out there with her because of the bees. And I don't want her eating the grass, which she likes to eat grass and dirt clods, which is probably most of the problem. That's probably what causes it. Because I always have to get after her for that. But anyway, the FedEx guy stopped out here, and of course she was barking her head off and, you know, doing her little protecting the property thing. So generally when the delivery guys come, they will not come up if Ellie's out there barking at her. They're scared of her because she sounds ferocious. But if they came up, she would stand behind me. Still barking. But anyway, coffee time. Anyway, the package was not for me. It was for my son upstairs. And but I just took the package and I'm trying to figure out what I want to do next. I think I'll do the O's. One moment, please, because I'm not done with my story. All right, 24. Okay, and that is 645. Very dark beaver gray. So I let Ellie continue her guarding of the yard until the FedEx guy left, and then I got her in the house because I thought, well, as long as I have to go up to Kevin's, I got to put the package inside. I'll check on Negan. So I got Ellie inside and carried the package upstairs. Well, when I got up there, there was a bunch of packages on the door step. And so my Tamu order was there. And my daughter-in-law had a package there. And then there was this big box. And it was for me. And it's like, well, I didn't order anything that would come in that big of a box. Well, I don't know, about a week ago, Rebecca, who's one of my friends on here, contacted me and said, hey, I would like to send you some budget-friendly diamond paintings. She says, there's just too many here. I'm not going to get to them. And I wrote her back because I I don't know how to put this, but I have quite a few diamond paintings. And so I wrote her back and I said, I appreciate, you know, you thinking of me. You know, I have diamond paintings. However, I do understand that when some people watch creators on YouTube, and especially over, you know, a period of time, and I have to only do, this is my personal experience. Even though you've never met this person in real life, you've never talked to them, you know, on the phone or, you know, whatever, you really get to feel that you know that person, you know, they're your friend, you know, you look forward to their video that comes up and all that, you know, I can relate to that. And I have sent things to people that I watch, not because, I mean, it's like, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but I have just sent, you know, maybe they mentioned something and, you know, just buy them a gift and send it. And, you know, you just feel connected. I don't know how to explain it. Maybe some of you know what I'm saying. So anyway, I gave her my address and I said, okay, you know, you can send me a few things. And I wasn't expecting what she sent me. And I will tell you that this box was so big. And it's like, oh my gosh, what did she say? So I did open the box. And I saw what was on top, and it's like, oh my goodness, does this person know me or what? That was a separate bag. And then underneath it was diamond paintings. And now, I did not, did I say her name? Rebecca. I shouldn't say this person, Rebecca. Because she did give me permission. I sent her a message and she gave me permission to share it. And so I'm going to, but it's going to be over several days. Oh my goodness. So for the most part on the diamond paintings and on the other little goodie bag, we'll be doing it together because I am not going to peek. We're going to share it together. And I'm looking forward to sharing that with everybody. Oh my goodness gracious. I have never received anything like this before. And it just, you know, after the morning that Ellie and I had, it just really made me smile and it just kind of lifted part of the burden off of me. And it's funny because God works in mysterious ways, and I was really, really hesitant about giving her my address and accepting a gift. I didn't even respond to her right away. I really had to wait. You know, what should I do? And something just spoke to me that said, God spoke to me, I think, and said, you need to do this. And yeah, but I was only expecting a little package to come in the mail. Oh, Rebecca. So, yeah, we're going to have several videos a coming. Oh, my goodness. I still can't believe it. I have it sitting right beside me, and you don't know how tempted I am to open all that up and peek. But I have decided I want to share all of it with you guys. I am just over the moon happy. Really, really made my day. And you know, it's the gift that keeps on giving. So, yeah, so I have actually a lot to show you. I don't know how I'm going to do all this yet. I do have to I have two or three, I can't even remember now, product reviews to do. And I have some Temu unbaggings to do. So, and so I may do the videos and then schedule them out, only because, well, for two reasons. I don't know what's going to happen with Ellie, or what's, that's going to keep me busy. And I have a medical procedure coming up on the 22nd in the morning time, and I am hoping my appointment for that is at 9:15. So I'm hoping, we'll see, I can do a video before, a whip and chat before I have to go to do that. But we'll see. So a lot going on in the next week. So I'm just letting you know ahead of time that things, I'm going to try to get some videos done ahead of time, just in case things get a little crazy around here. So Oh my gosh, I just looked outside and look at that sunrise. Oh my goodness. We have got a beautiful pink sky, and it's huge. And I wish my camera would pick that up, but I don't think it will. It doesn't do good. And yes, I wish you could see it. It is gorgeous. What is that noise? Oh, John Boy's out there. That's the farmer's grandson. He's out there in the cherry orchard working. It's still pretty dark out there, but I mean, you know, it's just dusk or whatever. Dawn. He's a hard worker. Oh my gosh, you guys, I have been on here for 51 minutes. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, I'm gonna let you go. Thanks for listening to me, my life, and what's going on. And but then happiness from Rebecca, which I appreciate. Yeah, so I do appreciate you stopping by and being my friend. If you like this video by chance, give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't become one of my friends, just hit that friends button, which is the subscribe button, but I call it the friends button. And also, if you press on that little bell by the subscribe, you can be notified of my upcoming videos. Yeah. So thank you so much, and I appreciate all of you and all your comments, and I'm getting more and more comments, so I appreciate that. Just, you know, let me know about you. Tell me what you're doing, where you live, how old you are, if you have any pets. Yeah, I so enjoy reading and getting to know everybody. You don't even have to comment about what's going on in my video. Let me know about you. So, thanks for stopping by, and I will chat with you later.